Hey, it's Matt. I'm over at my in-laws and I was trying to find a place where I could go and just practice some stuff and just be out in the woods. And I realized I've got it right here with my in-laws' place. So that's up there is their property, so I'm just going to kind of keep it over to here. But my father-in-law's got a pool over here that he has, and there's a waterfall that kind of comes down. There's lots of trees and lots of wood, and their property extends down quite a bit. So I'm going to look around and see what I can find, and maybe find a way to build something. You know, just some kind of shelter where I can just come and hang out and do my thing. I think they've got posts marking their property, so it's, as long as I stay within those posts, I'm good to go. So we'll see. Just wanted to kind of give a rough shot of everything that I have to work with and all that. In between these two trees, those two big trees right here, at one point we tried to put up a tree house. It didn't work real well. But as you can see, they live on a cliff. They live on a ridge, so it goes down that way. So we'll see. I'm not going to dig anything out because I don't think I can, because I don't want to mess with the root structure or anything like that. But I may be able to build something. There's plenty of dead stuff here. So we'll see. There's another shot. I'm going to get started. I'm going to start clearing some stuff away and see what I can play around with. There's a couple of dead things I'm going to take down for my father-in-law, and maybe I can use them too. Let's see what happens. Whew. Okay. So, whoa. Hey, it's Matt again. So I went all the way down there, all the way down, and it goes pretty far down. But it's pretty much a straight up shot. So what I'm doing is I brought up some stuff. As you can see right here, this is all the stuff from the old, we used to have it was in between these two, an old tree house that we built. And I think my father-in-law and I are the only ones that used it. As you can hear, maybe off in the distance, that big boom. And you can hear in the background people doing their lawns and stuff like that. So I'm in mostly a residential neighborhood, but it's there's a lot of land back here, so it's pretty open. I collected some branches, bigger and smaller. I started going along and putting in kind of a break between the trees because I want to build something up so that when everything kind of moves down, trees, branches, leaves, mud, anything like that, it'll kind of stay there. As you can see, my father-in-law's built quite a bit. Looks like we gotta fix some stuff, so maybe I'll offer to help him fix that. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up. So if we go down the steps, so I'm going to build steps in here. He's got one step in here, but the rest of it's really kind of covered in leaves and a lot of deadfall and stuff like that. So here's all the wood. I'm going to try and reuse a lot of that because it's really just sitting here, and it looks like it's either 2x2 or 4x4 posts. Maybe I'll put the posts in down along the trees so that it'll kind of bolster up. I'd like to make this a little flatter, but I don't want to mess with anything. I don't know what the fire regulations are either, but if I can clear it enough and maybe build a small fire pit, that'll be kind of cool because I like to cook dinner out here. I'm definitely gonna camp out here, or at least try to when it's warm. But a lot of the stuff that's right here, a lot of the stuff that I collected is really pretty dry and dead. So I'm gonna play around with some of it for now. I'm gonna cut down some stuff that I can see that's dead, that needs to be cut down, and hopefully through this whole process I can remove a lot of the stuff that's lying around and maybe open it up and more trees can grow and give them a shot. But we'll see. Thanks. See you in a bit. All right. Well, before I do anything, I'm going to need a couple things. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear away the stairs over here. I think I'm going to make kind of a little bench for myself, and then maybe square off the area just so I have an idea of what I'm doing and where I can build stuff. So I am going to move down to directly below the upper set of stairs so you can see this is what it looked like. This is what it looked like when I started. So let's see what we can do. I was gonna say I'm getting too old for this. That's part of the reason why I'm doing it. I'm gonna get into shape. I don't want to go to a gym. I'd rather be out here playing around. Need a wide angle lens. I can hardly do half of the stuff. See half of the stuff I'm doing. Rocks will come in handy. Something. Who knows what? tell you I had a heart condition? So, I'm 50 years old. Actually, it's a lie. I'll be 52 in January. It's November, I don't know, beginning of November sometime. Like the 12th or the 13th, I don't know, look at the date on the video. And about 6 months ago, I was having some stuff going on with my heart. And thankfully, I don't know why that's thankful, but it was something called AVNRT, which I'm a computer guy. I don't know any of that crap. I leave that to my brother and my sister. They're both have their degrees in nursing. But essentially, my heart would start beating really, really fast for no reason. Just out of the blue, I'm collecting these rocks because I want to use them as a border for something. If I can make a fire pit, that'd be awesome. Depends on the regulations, and it depends on the guy who owns the place. My father-in-law. Very cool guy, by the way. You'll probably see him every once in a while. Very funny. So, thankfully, it was something fairly easy to diagnose and take care of. So, I had something called an ablation. They go up and they kind of do something in your heart, and it disrupts what's making your heart beat too fast. And it was going about 160 beats a minute. I don't know. It was really, really fast. It was like I had just run a marathon or just climbed up this hill like I just did before. But I have to be careful with my heart. So what I'm trying to do, and after I had it all taken care of, I went camping with my brother and my two nieces. Had a really good time. Wow, Bridgewater, New Jersey is really rocking, or at least their place is. So I got an ablation taken care of, blah, blah, blah. And I went camping. We always go up to this place in Lake George called Silver Bay. So I went camping with my brother and my two nieces, and I really liked it. Now, I used to go camping a lot as a kid. We'd go up and do parts of the Appalachian Trail, and that was a big one. Shoot. Sorry. Do parts of the Appalachian Trail, and I just remembered, I had really good memories, and that camping trip in particular made me remember a lot of that, and I really enjoyed it. So I ended up going a couple weekends in a row, and excuse me while I check my zipper. Okay, just want to make sure it was zipped and I wasn't talking this whole time with my fly undone. So I went camping, and I really remembered what I loved about it, and I went camping a couple times after that. Actually, at the time of this recording, this is the first weekend in a row that I'm not camping, so I went 3 weekends in a row. It's really cool. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to build some kind of retaining something, maybe kind of tier it, because I don't want all this dirt to come down, because I'm on a pretty steep hill. But anyway, so I have to take it slow. Got to take it easy. So I think today what I'm going to do is just clear away the area that I'm thinking about working on, take stock in some of the materials that I've got, enjoy being outside, and I don't know, we'll see. So I'd like to thank a couple of people at the beginning of this. I don't know what this is going to become. I'd like to try and build a whole thing where it would be cool to watch from start to finish. Maybe there's a couple trees over there that I could, maybe plant a camera, maybe put a camera up so it's shining, it's going down. I don't know. I'll have to play around with stuff. There's some dead stuff up there that I'm definitely going to need to pull down if I ever want to camp around in this little area. But that's probably enough talking for now. I'm going to do a little inventory and maybe pack everything away so that it's, ordered. And then we'll see you on the next one. People I want to thank. I wanted to thank my wife, Faye. I really, really appreciate you indulging me in this, allowing me to not feel guilty about leaving for several weekends in a row. I'd like to thank my in-laws for allowing me to come over here and play around. And I hope that this will turn into something that will help somebody else. If you are watching this and you're kind of picking up on I'm 50 and I really need to get into shape and I really need to start doing stuff outside because I'm starting to feel like a slug, and with everything with COVID, this is a good way for me to kind of get my get my rah-rahs out, because I always sleep better when I do some kind of physical exercise. Of course, I am going to be making up for the last 3 weekends being away because I got to go back and paint my bedroom and probably my office the rest of today and tomorrow. But that's me, and hopefully all that recorded. I'm very hot. It's about, I don't know, mid-50s, but going up and down these hills, like I said, it's steep, but hope you come back. Hope I have more, but we'll see what happens. I built a little wall. I think I'm gonna put something behind that so that it doesn't kill the tree. Slammed in that thing. One of the things that they don't show you on all those videos is how many times they miss. Got some stuff that I salvaged from the treehouse. Some of the stuff is there. Some of the stuff is here. Some of them are longer. I mean, you got that big old long one, and I'm thinking that might, go and do, I don't know, some kind of area. I don't think that big, but anyway. Color me done. So here's a shot. It doesn't look like it did much. Sure as hell feels like it though. But built a little wall there. That's where the posts are. Cleared all the leaves off of there. I think that's the first thing I'm gonna have to work on is that big step, but it's a start.